Hey all, Black Sparrow here, and welcome back to another episode of YakAboutAYak. PVC tubes are the greatest way I have found to support your kayak on a trailer, but do not use them. Not the way I did. Let me show you what I did right. Let me show you what not to do. Come along for the ride, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out what kind of spacing you want between your PVC tubes. Now myself, I've got 15.5 inches. Why? Because that's the distance between my scupper holes on my kayak. On most kayaks, the strongest point to support the kayak underneath is along the scupper holes. That's the way they're designed. Now myself, I drilled a hole at the top so I could feed a bolt in and right through the trailer and right through the PVC tube. That worked great for about half the season. Then what happened? I found that the vibration of the tubes, and especially on loading and unloading my kayak, would create a stress point on the bottom of the tubes. So let's flip the tubes over and take a look. I encountered the tubes cracking on me at the end of the season. Yeah, sure, this was still connected to the frame, but the tubes became loose at the end of the season. And that's going to be dangerous if you're on the highway. Now, fortunately, I had my kayak strapped down across the sides and with my front and back points. So that kayak was not coming off my trailer no matter what. But lesson learned, do not drill a hole directly through the PVC tube and put the bolt through it to attach to the trailer. Now let me show you what I'm going to do to retrofit these. Another very important thing to note is these are PVC sewer tubes. Now what's the difference between sewer tubes and Schedule 40 tubes? Schedule 40 has got a much thicker wall in the tube. So if you do drill a hole, there's a lot more meat in that PVC to put that bolt in, and there might not be as much of a chance that it'll fracture like the thin wall tubes do. But the price difference is about $100 versus $30 a tube. So I don't want to spend $200 on a couple of tubes when I can spend $60. All right, let's do this on a budget. But how are we going to support them to make them stronger? With my original tubes, I only drilled 2 holes at the back and 2 holes at the front. Now, however, I'm drilling a second set of holes in the middle. So I'll have 3 points where it actually attaches to the kayak trailer as opposed to just the 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Next, at the points where the PVC tube makes contact with the trailer, I've installed some pieces of foam rubber to act as shock absorbers. And at the front as well. And you'll ask, why didn't I install them at the back? That's where my cradles are going to sit, elevating just slightly the tubes. And then I'll have a spacer in that middle position there. So next, you're going to want to cut a piece of 2x4 about 6 to 9 inches long. Let's make our cut. There we go. Now that's going to be long enough. And then next, you're going to want to cut out a semicircle in that piece of 2x4 to support that PVC tube. The best way to do that is put that piece of 2x4 up against the end of the tube, not the bell end, the opposite end, and draw a line underneath so that you get the perfect profile. then you can cut out that semicircle. So let's make our cuts and let's paint it at the same time. Ta-da! Here's what we got. We have a semicircle cut out of that piece of 2x4. And that is going to cradle our PVC tube. Just like that. Now, what can I do with this? Well, if I were to just put a bolt through, again, I'm putting that bolt right into that PVC plastic and creating an impact point. I still don't want that, so I'm going to try something different. With the piece that you cut out here, I'm going to take that, slip that in the tube, and then put a bolt down through here, coming out the bottom, and that is going to keep that tube nice and firm in position. Now, what about the space that you create in here? Well, secondly, I'm going to create a little spacer. And I drill a hole, pre-drilled, that's going to fit right underneath there like that. And that tube is going to be nice and supported now from the front all the way to the back in a cradle system. And that is not going to rock as opposed to what it was doing before. All right, so let's take a look at the bolting hardware that we're going to use. I decided to use 5/16 bolts so I didn't have to drill the hole too large. And I went with 4.5 long bolts for the back, 2-inch for the middle, and 1.5 inch, 1 to 1.5 inch for the front. Now on the bottom, I've got a locking nut and a washer. On the top, I've got a washer and a piece of rubber washer that I've cut out of an old piece of rubber I had lying around. Install that in the bolts in the middle and the bolts in the front. Don't really need that on the one in the back because that bolt is going to be sitting directly on top of the wood. So don't feel I really need that rubber washer in the one in the back. All right, so for that spacer piece, hole is drilled in there. Very simply, that's just going to sit like that. Washer on the bottom, lock nut on the bottom of that. And that's going to create a nice point to tie that down to the base of the trailer in the middle with that little bit of extra cushion. Now, here is that cradle with the insert that's going to go inside of the PVC tube. One important tip here, guys, is when you drill this hole in this piece, not so much here because it's only about 1/2 inch thick, but when you drill your hole through the semicircle, you want to make sure to do that on a drill press. That way that drill goes straight 90 degrees perfectly through there. Otherwise, you're going to have a heck of a time trying to feed your bolt down and line it up with the bottom circle. So let's install that. And to give you the example here, had to mark it to say which side is going with which side. Otherwise, that is not going to line up right, you see? But I've got it lined up perfectly with the two sides that were meant to fit together like that. And that's where our PVC tube now is going to fit right in that groove. So let's put this together. All right, so place the PVC tube in our cradle like so. And we're going to take our bolt and slip it in all the way from the back. So I have to reach in and guide it through the tube to the point where it lines up with our hole. All right, so now we're going to feed the bolt in, find that hole in the semicircle and bring it down. Now you might have to lift it up a little bit, figure out where the bottom of that tube is. Here's another tip. I put some extra tape on this side of the tube just to give it a little bit of reinforcement in case any fractures start to happen. Line that up with the hole, start sticking that through. Well, make sure to push the washer through first. Otherwise, I'm not going to get that top down. Now, I can line up with that. Line up with that hole again and push it through. Here's another handy tip for you. Get yourself a magnetic extension so that I've taken the bolt out. If I need to get at that washer, I can stick my magnet inside so that you can fish a washer out of the hole if it drops. Now, to add another piece of sponge gasket into your semicircle probably isn't necessary, but I'm going to give it a shot and see what happens. Probably can't hurt. So we'll feed the bolt through, and that provides a nice cradle there for that PVC tube. And now we're going to fit that bolt through the hole in the frame, just like so. And now she is pretty sturdy in position. Now we're not going to crank it down just yet. We'll crank it down after we get the other bolts and things set up. All right, so we're going to shift our focus now to the one in the center. We're going to put that little piece of foam gasket on our block, line up the holes, slide that underneath and line up the hole. Now here's where your magnetic tool is going to come in handy because it's going to be hard to reach in there, right? Put everything together like that, and that rubber gasket even keeps on that washer. Now you can feed that down right through the hole and line it up with the bottom of your PVC tube hole and push everything through the lined up holes. There you go. And we're ready to rock. All right, let's zoom in here and have a closer look. So you see the cradle nicely holds that PVC tube, and she is not gonna rock. That is firmly in place, and I've only hand tightened those bolts. I haven't even taken a wrench to them yet, and I've still got to put the one in the front. Let's repeat the process here for the one on the left side, and then we'll see what it looks like. All right, so you see with the ones on the front, I've got the piece of gasket material in here and a piece of gasket here on the frame. So this is going to now provide a nice little bit of cushion. I don't have to crank it down rock hard, but just enough to keep these tubes nice and firm on the frame. All right, so there we go. She's all locked down. Now I haven't tightened it down with the wrenches yet, but you can see just finger tight, those PVC tubes, they're not rocking back and forth, that lateral motion, that crack the bottom of the tubes. This tube is supported now all along with some sponge gaskets in here, and I think this season it's going to work out a lot better. I got one more tip to show you guys. Watch what I do with the end of the PVC tubes. So this side is the side with the bell on it. Now, why do you want to have the bell on this side? Won't the kayak ride up along here? Well, actually, this is very smooth. This part here, I did give a little bit of a sanding to, but these tubes here now allow me to create some 45-degree guides that I can slip into the back end of these tubes like that. And now when this is in the water, this provides a channel for my kayak to ride up and along. So look at that. There we go. Make yourself a couple of riding channels that can be detached from the tubes. So make a couple of detachable rails for that kayak to ride up from the water onto your trailer. And there you go, guys. Saddles for your PVC tubes for your kayak trailer so that they don't crack on you. Hey, if you like this video, give me a like, send me a comment, and click to subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments. Tell me what you think. Well, as always, thanks for tuning in. I'm Black Sparrow. Till next time, saying, catch you later.